Good evening, everyone. Wow, there is not many people in here this evening. Um, I'm guessing what everyone is doing is uh, everyone's at the pub finishing watching the football, but we had to make an early start this week because, with the double game week, there's obviously comms to be written, etc. Plus, we've got an extra large team leak for the week. Um, so who's in the chat? There's one person in the chat. If they can just let me know that they can hear me, and then I can get started. Um, I don't know who that is. There's two people in the chat now. Oh, the JLo FPL. Cheers. Uh, three people. Oh, everyone's flooding in now. Right, so yeah, we'll get started. We'll quickly have a flick through all of the results from last week just so I can click on the various stats that we don't tweet out. Then we'll go through some injury news, and then we have the return of the spinner, which could be good, could be bad. Something a little bit special to kick off what's pretty much the second half of the season. We were going to do it last week, but we thought with the double game week, it might make a bit more sense to do the spinner this week. What's going to happen is there'll be a spin for 10 teams. So out of the 20 sides, you'll get 10 of them. And then there'll be a second spin for each team to decide whether it's the goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, forwards, the whole bench, or the full 11 that is leaked out by Scarface tomorrow. So, yeah, you could potentially get 10 full 11s. And it's only for the first round of fixtures because obviously the double game week fixtures are, 7, 8 days after the first round of fixtures. So, yeah, we can't give you that information at all. So, um, yeah, I forgot to mention that. As you can see, Andy isn't here because he isn't home yet. So we've got a picture of Andy. I'm hoping he's dressed like that right now. He's probably celebrating Leeds staying up, to be fair, which yeah, despite hating Leeds, it's he's probably having a good evening, enjoying that. Right, let's have a quick whiz through the results from last week. 1-0 Arsenal, fending off City, a rare win for Arsenal these days. But yeah, fairly comfortable. Only one shot on target for City in the end. Um, yeah, nothing really special. Graham Barrett, that's interesting. He picking up most of the shots, unlucky to not get a return maybe. It was Ray Parlour who seems to just pop up every now and again. Whenever he starts, well, actually, yeah, whenever he starts, he seems to return, but he doesn't start every game, which is a shame. And then, yeah, City being City back in 2003, not in 2022. No comebacks going on at Highbury. Right, on to Bolton Newcastle. Bolton 2, Newcastle 1. Those that stuck with, I know last week, I think it was last week or the week before, we chatted briefly about Ricardo Gardner and how he's kind of dropped off from the start of the season. And he goes and replays that chat with a good performance, 3 shots, 2 on target, grabs a goal, reminds everyone that he is still about and that he's still worth having in your teams through into the second half of the season. Um, yeah, Newcastle, obviously, yeah, away from home, just they're always disappointing. Alan Shearer, I know that was been mentioned a few times now. He's really underperformed so far this season. And again, just the one shot with one on target. But like on another day, you can give him a shot and he puts that in. So yeah, I wouldn't write him off completely, but Cole Court getting the return there for Newcastle. Bradford 2, Aston Villa 0. Another home clean sheet for Bradford. Yeah, I think Peggy Arviksad at home is almost a banker these days, isn't he, for a clean sheet? Also a save point on top of that. Plus, did he get some bonus points? Yeah, he got 2 bonus points as well. So yeah, solid afternoon for Peggy Arviksad. I know Deacon was struggling on Thursday evening to say his name. He's not the only one. But yeah, Peter Hoekstra, he was a firm favourite for a lot of people at the beginning of the season, picking up a return. So for those that have kept hold of him, and Owen Jess, it's one of those cheaper striker options that, grabbing a return for those that have got him. I am going to try and keep an eye on the chat as we go through. But yeah, if I don't get to your question straight away, if I miss it, at the end of the stream, I'll go back through everything and I'll go back through the chat just to double check. I haven't missed anyone's question, so yeah, don't worry if I haven't answered it straight away. Chelsea 3, Liverpool 1. A lot of people gutted by that 71st minute Robbie Fowler goal. Probably, I don't know what the exact figures would be, but I'd imagine it's probably close to 2 Chelsea defenders on average that most squads have, and especially a home game. It would have been silly not to play them, especially at the prices that they're at. So yeah, just unlucky. I mean, those that got Desai have got the consolation of the assist there for that goal. But yeah, comfortable winning for Chelsea in the end. Yeah, I mean, they're an interesting one going into this double game week. And luckily, we'll find out for they've got Norwich, I think, in their first fixture, which we can hopefully they come up in the spinner and you can find out whether they actually put a team out that's worth getting some players in for. It'd be an absolute disaster if you get their full 11 and it's full rep. That'd be just horrible. Everton 3, Blackburn 2. A fairly even game, just kind of shows in the score as well. Could have easily been a draw, like a 2-2 draw here. Could have easily been 3-3. But yeah, so plenty of returns there. Jason McAteer, who's had an impressive first half of the season, picking up a return. Malcolm Christie, who hasn't returned for a while, picking up a goal. And Stephen Schumacher, who seems to pop up every now and again each season. Season 1, he managed to grab a goal as well. I wouldn't be expecting him to be in the team that often. It's probably, again, a bit of rotation going on here with Nyarko, Schumacher, those two especially. And then Blackburn, Marcus Bent picking up a return, Damien Duff picking up a return, Matt Jansen picking up an assist, which isn't actually that bad for him being midfielder, but a lot of people might have him at the moment. Ipswich 1, Middlesbrough 2. This could have been a lot worse for Ipswich. You can see Middlesbrough 13 shots on goal, 8 on target, but only managed to convert 2 of those. Poor showing from Ipswich. Maybe it's because Gary Doherty was moved back into the back four for Ipswich. And then coupled that with the Tarico injury, he's obviously been pretty immense over the last few weeks for the home side. And they'll miss him if he's injured for any length of time. And he's probably kicking about in a fair few squads as well. I think he's around 30% owned. So yeah, something to look out for later on in the stream there. Carlos Marinelli grabbing a goal on a start for him, rewarding the manager for having faith in him, and Hamilton Ricard also picking up a return. Jesper Gromkra grabbing an assist for those that jumped on him ahead of the double game week earlier this season. So rewarding those that have kept hold of him. Leicester 3, Coventry 1. Fairly even game here. Oh, but maybe slightly towards Leicester. 9 shots, 7 on target. And probably a fair result actually. Delaney picking up a return. Andreas Arman, he was the new signing a few weeks ago. He grabs a goal. Mark Bridge-Wilkinson, the youngster, seems to have got himself into the side now. It's 2 weeks, two starts in a row or 3 starts in a row for him. And then Trevor Benjamin picking up a return as well. And then Justin Bray in goal, probably for the last time this season. With Headman coming back next week. Just in time for the double game week for him. Manchester United 2, Tottenham 0, and a lot of uproar about Man United and the fact we didn't give any indication this was going to happen. It was just, we felt it's something to shake it up a little bit. We have been really kind, indicating rep and rotation this season, and we felt that at this stage in the season, knowing that there's lots of games back to back in a short period of time, it's the Christmas period. Like for those that captained Ruud and viced Veron, or put the emergency captain on another Man United player, we generally know this game you can't really be doing that, especially with a home team, and knowing that there could be some rotation potentially. Some people might see it as a bit rough and a bit unkind, but we felt we'd given enough indication throughout the season so far about rotation and rep, so it was time to just be a little bit nasty as we got to the halfway stage of the season. And obviously this week you're getting a lot of information potentially. So swings and roundabouts there. Sadly it didn't shake up much at the top of the leaderboards because Luke's just extended his lead at the top. Ideally we wanted him to have fallen into the trap, but we'll find a moment we can trap him to try and close that gap up. Not that we target anyone at all. Don't feel like we've targeted you if you've been the person that's sort of gone Captain Ruud, Vice Veron, and emergency captain Ekiog or something like that. It's just bad luck, really. Sunderland 4, Norwich 0. Solid performance from Sunderland. Norwich were pretty awful. Luke's just saying, what? We're going to close the gap, mate. We can't have you running away with it. Sunderland 4, Norwich 0. Surprising Norwich not getting anything with their 9 shots on goal. Sunderland scoring 4 of their shots, 8 shots on target. 50% success rate there. Mark Libra with the man of the match performance and a couple of goals. And then, yeah, not much really to report on from Norwich, but yeah, Richard Walker there, 4 shots, 2 on target. Zima Abbey, 3 shots, 1 on target. On another day, you get a return from one of them, I think. And then finally, Watford 0, Leeds 4. Yeah, all about Mark Viduka this week. Yeah, those that jumped on him, yeah, congratulations. I think there was one person that triple captained him, which was ballsy to put your triple captain on a single game week in an away game. But yeah, it's paid off massively there. Yeah, perfect return from him. Yeah, 3 goals, got an assist as well, 3 bonus points. Yeah, just absolutely everything. And then, yeah, not much from Watford at all. Cool. Right, on to the injury news. I did say it was going to be a relatively quick one. The JLO FPL heard Luke was a part of the pitch invasion today. Take some points off of him. No, we wouldn't do that. Right. With injuries, not much by way of new injuries for Arsenal, apart from John Halls, that well-known central defender. He's out with a strained neck, so he's out for a week. So he's out till game week 22. Freddie Ljungberg is 90%. He's got 1 day. Obviously, everyone plays on this day, so yeah, he's 90% with 1 day to go. So you probably expect him to start if selected, he'd be expected to start. Unlike Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, still has a week to go, but he is 90%. So yeah, I'd say Ljungberg's probably almost certain to start. Sure, a couple of people will be able to verify that in the chat. Whilst Van Bronckhorst is probably a lesser chance there. What else is going on? And then just Andy Johnson as well with his long-term injury. Still got a month to go. So it's game week 25, we think, at the moment there. But other than that, all okay with Arsenal. This one I had to click through on my other sheet. Right, with Villa, new injury, Alpi, but it's only an orange one. So 73% with a few days to go on a bruised shin. So we've got him to return at game week 22. Yeah, game week 22 is actually 10 days from this fixture, just to give you an idea of the timeline. They have got the FA Cup third round in 4 days' time on the Saturday. We're obviously on the Tuesday games, which is the New Year's Eve there. Bosco Balaban, also a new injury. He's out for about a week with a bruised shin. So again, game week 22. His condition is 45%. And there was a new player added to the game, Cameron Stewart, left centre defender, added as a 4 million defender. So yeah, take with that as you will. And just ongoing stuff, Richard Rufus and Alan Thompson, 1 yellow away from a ban. Right, on to Blackburn. Only new thing for Blackburn is Ragnvald Soma is 1 yellow from a ban. Other than that, Blackburn all good to go ahead of game week 21. On to Bolton. Right, new injuries at Bolton are nothing major new. Nicky Sovell is low condition. He's only 80%. Bo Hansen is 90%. We've got ongoing stuff. Henrik Pedersen still out for 2 weeks, so game week 23 for him. Added to the game this week, we've had Steve Banks, the goalkeeper. He's added to the game as a 4 million goalkeeper, and Gareth Farrelly has been added to the game as a 5 million midfielder. Other than that, everything else all okay. Ricardo Gardner's unhappy. Feels the media have been overly critical of him. They actually synced with us after we were criticising him last week. Bo Hansen feels he should be a first team regular. We shall see, Bo. We shall see. Right, on to Bradford City. Gary Locke picked up an injury, 5 strain, 10 days, so he's out till game week 22. Klaus Beck Jorgensen is a doubt. He's 90% out for a week with strained wrist, so game week 22. Marlon Brooms is low condition at 82%. And my ongoing injuries, Oyvind Leonardson, still got a few days with a calf strain. He's 90%, potentially could come back in the game week 22 fixture. Michael Walsh is 1 yellow from a ban. And that's it for them. On to Chelsea. Right, couple of new injuries at Chelsea. Budovine Zenden is out for 2 weeks with a groin strain, so injured till game week 23. So he will probably miss both games of the double game. Well, he will miss both games of the double game week unless he recovers in the next 8 days. And Gianfranco Zola is 88% going into game week 21A for Chelsea. Marcel Desailly wants a new challenge. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Could be another player leaving Chelsea. John Terry still wants a new contract. Mario Melchiot wants a new challenge. Yeah, strange what's going on at Chelsea. All these players wanting to leave. I mean, with the manager in charge, I'm not surprised, to be honest. Manuel Petit is suspended this week. So yeah, he will miss the first game of the double game week. And what else is there? Dalabona is 90%. He's 1 day, so you'd expect him to be back either for the first game of game week 21 or the second game. So something to be aware of. Willie Gallas has a few days left on his 5 strain. He's 90%. So we've got him to return game week 21B, but could be he could make the first game as well. But that's it from Chelsea. Obviously, Good Johnson, 1 yellow from a ban as well. Coventry, ahead of their double game week, have 1 new injury. Pedro Miguel Matias is out for a week with a broken toe, so potentially could be back for their second game of the double. Charlie Newell, still a doubt. He's 90% out for a week. So again, potentially back for the second game of the double. Julian Joachim is 89%. So yeah, low condition for him. And John Eustace, 1 yellow from a ban. Yeah, it won't be if these players that have got yellow cards, if they get a yellow in the first game of the double game week, they'll still play the second game. It will take a couple of weeks for that ban to kick in, so they'd probably miss game week 23. I think it'll be 23 that they miss rather than any of 21 or 22. Everton. Nothing new from Everton. Thomas Gravison still got a week to go with his broken toe. He is 90%, so potentially could be about. Pablo Paz, 1 yellow from a ban. But other than that, all good to go there. All right, on to Ipswich. Tarico, out for a few days with a strained wrist. He's 63%. So back game week 22, I imagine. Other than that, all ongoing stuff. Nabil Abdallah, still 3 months to go, so game week 31 for him. Neil Brown is a doubt. He's 90%, still got a week to go with his damaged shoulder, so game week 22 for him. Matty Holland still 1 yellow away from a ban. What's up with Man Haridason? Wants to move to a bigger club, the Icelandic International. He's had enough of Ipswich, so it could potentially be on the move. Justin Miller wants first team football. Yeah, not too bad really from for Tarico. Not sure whether you'd keep him or you might. It's probably worth moving him out for a double game week, or if you haven't got anyone else you're looking to target this week. Leeds United, absolutely nothing going on with them. Nigel Martin's unhappy. He wants first team football. But other than that, a few other players unhappy. Probably just first team stuff. Yeah. Olivier Decour's wanted by Bordeaux. Alan Mabry wanted by Spurs. Alan Mabry is. There you go. It's an exclusive for tonight. So yeah, nothing much going on with Leeds. Whilst that I think Leicester have got Leeds' proportion of injuries. Yeah, a couple of new, one new injury. Andreas Arman out for a week. The 17-year-old. So back game week 22. Junior Lewis is 90% to low condition. Then the ongoing stuff, Muzzy is still fighting to make it back for the end of the season. Matt Jones, he's out still for 10 days. He's 65%. So it's game week 22 really for him. Gary Rowett has still got 3 weeks. So it's game week 24 for him. David Sherman, he's 63% with a few days to go to game week 22. And Frank Sinclair is 90% with 10 days to go. So we've got him at game week 22 as well. But other than those 6 players, everyone else is all okay. Right, on to Liverpool. And another striker is injured. Emil Heskey is out for 2 weeks with a twisted knee. So due back at game week 22 possibly. So yeah, he's out. Steven Gerrard still out for 2 more weeks as well. Owen still got 2 weeks to go. Daniel Scholand. It's a few days, 90%. And Gregory Vignal, still 3 weeks to go to game week 24 for him. So, yeah, that'll be interesting with Liverpool, with Owen and Heskey out. You'd imagine it's going to be Fowler and Scholand's injured as well. So Fowler, Litmanen possibly. I'm not sure. Or does he throw in one of the other ones? Or Sidamar Pongola, who played a few weeks ago. Or 3 weeks ago, did he play? We shall see. All right, Man City. Not much new. Gary Flitcroft did pick up a yellow card, so he's got a 1-match ban starting on the 10th of January, so he'll miss game week 22 there. And then Lee Croft, he's one of the second string. He's got his gash leg. He's 33% out for a few days till game week 22. Cool. All right, Man United. Nothing new from Man United. Kevin Moffat still out for a month with his hip injuries, 90% till game week 25. Ronnie Johnson is still 1 yellow away from a ban, but everyone else fully rested. Yeah, ready for their game in game week 21, and then so Leeds at home, and then Blackburn away in the FA Cup. So fully rested for those 2 games there. Right, on to Middlesbrough. Nothing new from Middlesbrough. Joseph Desiree Job still injured for 10 days with his damaged foot. So game week 22 for him, and Charlie Miller still got 2 weeks to go with his torn groin muscle. He's 90% now. So we've got him down at game week 23, but could be before that, possibly depending on his recovery. Newcastle. Nothing new from Newcastle. Danny Griffin and Nikos Dabizas, 1 yellow from a ban. Luala is not in the game yet, but everything else all good with Newcastle. Norwich City. Not much new here. Ali Gibb, 85% low condition. Had a new player added to the game, James Reed, central defender, added to the game as 4 million defender. Kevin Nolan is still out for a week. He's 90% to game week 22, and Alex Notman is 90% still, but a month to go to game week 25 for him. I think most people probably got away with it this week, other than Tarico owners and Heskey owners, obviously. Sunderland, right? Kevin Phillips is 90% out still for a week with his gashed head, so potentially could come back into the side. I'm not sure. It's one for the Simmers to work out, I reckon. But other than that, Schwartz and Dicchio aren't in the game yet. Yeah, all good at Sunderland. Right. Spurs. Right, Darren Anderton Still a doubt till game week 23 is 2 weeks. He's 16%. Stefan Everson is 90% for a few days. So game week 22 for him. Sergei Rebrov, still got a month to go. So game week 25, it's looking like now. And at one point, it was like game week 32, so he's recovering fairly quickly. And we saw that with the Ava injury earlier this season. But he'll probably come back and then go and get injured again. A couple of things to be aware of with future suspensions. Chris Perry picked up his 5th yellow card of the season, so will miss game week 22. As will Gus Poyet, who picked up his 5th yellow card of the season, so misses game week 22. I doubt anyone's jumping on any Spurs assets anytime soon. We shall see, unless the manager gets sacked and they actually get a manager that plays a decent formation. And finally, Watford. Joe Tessem is the only new injury, out for 3 weeks with strained knee ligaments. So injured till game week 24. Helder Helgeson, still got 10 days to go on his injury, so game week 22. Richard Johnson, still a few days, he's 77%. And Paolo Vanazza is a few days with sprained ankle, he's 90%. So that is all done. What's wrong with Marcus Gale? Wants first team football? Doesn't he play most weeks? Probably a better first team. Oh, Darren Ward's on his way out. Ryan Williams, first team. Gary Fiskin, first team football. Matt Zedis wants a new challenge. I think keeping Watford up is a challenge enough, mate. So there we go. Let's have a quick look at some stats. So the average ratings. Flick through the yellow cards. Walsh and Griffin, obviously, close to number 10 for them for a ban. Yeah, quite a lot of players on 4. I'm not sure they get reset because we're now over halfway through the season for most teams, so I don't think they reset. Red cards, man of the matches, Phillips up there. Joleon Lescott, Radibi, Chris Perry, 83% apiece. Gary Holt leading the tackles for game. John Terry up there in second. Graham Marchant, Kieran Dyer, Lee Hendry up there. Tarico class apart with shots on target, 91%. That's the team of the week just gone from the game. Arthur Sad, Melchiot, Leons, Desai, Gray, Kelly, Dyer, Teal, Gronkiar, Libra and Benjamin. No space for Mark Viduka in his hat-trick though. 3 goals and an assist, don't make team of the week. And they haven't awarded any of that yet. And that's on Manager of the Year stuff's last week. Cool. Let's stop around the table. Obviously, all the tables are available on my sheet, which got some stats as well on there, like basic stats for goals, assists, etc. Cool. Right. Has there been any questions, or is everyone just like nothing going on in the chat? No questions at all. So probably just crack on with having a spin. So I'll just, for those that have joined a bit later, I'll quickly go over what's going to happen. So we've got our spinner, which is here. Let's make it start spinning around. Cool. So there's our spinner. So that will spin around, play some music as well. I'm sure you can probably hear the funky music. And then that doesn't count. We'll spin that round 10 times to get the 10 teams, and then we have another spinner that will give us the options of what's going to be revealed, and the options are a choice of goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, forwards, the whole bench, or the full starting 11. So we've worked out it's Andy that holds the whole stream up as Rob's raced through the teams. Yes. Yeah, 45 minutes gone. It's not bad for sitting here talking to myself for 45 minutes. So yeah, you get both goalkeepers, like the starter and the bench, or the full defence, the full midfield, the forwards, or the full bench, or the full 11. So ideally, you want like 10 full 11s. That would be the perfect situation. Not so perfect for Chris, who will have to pass this all on to Scarface at some point this evening. So let's get spinning to see who our 10 teams are. I'm wondering, obviously everyone probably wants the double game week teams as the main ones. So spin one. So we'll get Leeds. We'll get something from Leeds. So that's good. We'll get something from Middlesbrough. This is going to go horribly wrong, isn't it? Something from Newcastle. We're not going to get anything from any of the double game week teams. Be absolutely hilarious. Ooh. Blackburn. Just make sure that. Ipswich. Will we see Chelsea? Got 5 more spins. This looks like it's Villa. I'm going to get shouted at again by people. Norwich. Is someone writing this all down? Yes. Can't you see me like looking down for every single thing? Right. How many more spins have we got? We've done 7. Who is the 8th team we're getting some info about? Bolton. Wow. So 2 spins to get Chelsea out of there, really. Or Everton, Coventry. Oh, there we go. We get the Chelsea goalkeepers probably. So that's 3, 6, 9. All right, the last team. Who cares about Norwich? Well, Delia cares. And you get Bradford as well. Cool. So the teams you're going to get are Leeds, Middlesbrough, Newcastle, Blackburn, Ipswich, Aston Villa, Norwich, Bolton, Chelsea, and Bradford. Cool. All right, let me load up my other wheel. Hopefully you can all see that. It's a lovely wheel, isn't it? We should try and get some better music. Just play the Wheel of Fortune music. I think in my head though I've got Family Fortunes going. Right, what are we getting from Leeds? So Leeds, you're getting the forwards. Ideally, everyone wanted wants the midfield really from Leeds, but yeah, this week you're getting the forwards. So at least you get warned if Henrik Larsson gets dropped again. Right. You're going to get the full 11 from Middlesbrough. That's a decent one. You're going to get the full 11 from Newcastle. Using up all the full 11s. You're going to get the Blackburn defence. You're going to get the Ipswich bench. Say who it is before you spin. Okay, that was Ipswich bench. Right, on to Aston Villa. So Villa, you're getting the boring one. You're getting the goalkeepers from Villa. Norwich. Norwich, you're getting the defence. What have we not had? We haven't had any midfielders. Probably going to want some full 11s coming out though. Bolton. Oh, and we've had a midfielder. So we get the Bolton midfield. All right, this is when everyone wants the full 11. This is Chelsea. What are we going to get? It's not going to be the full 11. You're going to get the Chelsea defence. It's probably, at least with that, you can work out whether there's rep or not. And you can see whether Gallas starts, whether he comes back in or not. And yeah, I think that's probably like you're better off getting one of the positions rather than maybe the Chelsea goalkeepers or no Chelsea at all. So yeah, we'll take that. I think yeah, we'll take just having the defence from Chelsea. You'll be able to work everything else out from that. And then finally, Bradford. You're going to be a full 11. Yeah. And you're going to get a full 11 from Bradford. So just to go over what you're all getting. Let me just load myself back in. Right, you're going to be getting the forwards from Leeds, a full 11 from Middlesbrough, a full 11 from Newcastle, the defence from Blackburn, the Ipswich bench, the Aston Villa goalkeepers, the Norwich defence, the Bolton midfield, the Chelsea defence, and the Bradford full 11. I think that's it's probably the biggest leak you've ever got. So yeah, after the complaints last week, we're probably going to get more complaints this week for too much info and people being spoon-fed. So, but we can't keep everyone happy. But hopefully you're all happy with that. If there's no questions left in the chat, then we'll just call it at that. Obviously, this week we've got the first round of fixtures on Thursday night. in the game on Tuesday, 30th December. Then following that, which on the Friday morning, we'll have the reports on the FA Cup third round, where we've got Arsenal, we've got Palace in the Premier League, but Blackburn v Man United, Bradford v Newcastle, two all Premier League clashes, Coventry versus Charlton. We've got Chelsea versus Walsall, Spurs away to Chesterfield, Ipswich at home to Bristol City, Leicester at home to Southend, Leeds away to Luton, Liverpool away to Macclesfield, Man City at home to Sheffield Wednesday, Middlesbrough at home to Wrexham, Norwich at home to Wigan, Sunderland away to Preston, Aston Villa away to Sheffield United, Everton away to Southampton, Bolton away to Swansea, and Watford at home to Fulham. So that's all in the FA Cup. And then following those FA Cup fixtures, on Friday evening, an 8:30 kickoff, which will be communicated out through Twitter commentary. We'll have Chelsea versus Leeds and Blackburn versus Coventry. I don't think there's anything else going on at the same time. When's the League Cup? Not till end of January. Oh, end of January in the game. So yeah, we'll have Chelsea versus Leeds and Blackburn versus Coventry on Friday, 8:30 p.m. British summertime. I'm sure that someone that isn't out on the piss on Friday night will do a spaces or whatever just to chat along as the commentary comes through. I'll try and make it as in depth as possible to keep everyone going. So let's just go through. John Shanley for both games. If that's asking for a leak of both games of the double, no, it's only the first games because the second round of games are 8 days away. So you wouldn't get that information in real life. So we're not giving it in this because anything could happen in that first game to affect the leak for the second game. So yeah, just the one. Oh, Glasgow's replied to him, so that's okay. Leaks as usual by 12 a.m. GMT. Is that 12 p.m. GMT? Yeah, there'll be or by 12 a.m. Oh, tonight. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know what Scarface is doing. He might be a Man City fan, to be fair, so he could be out on the piss as well this evening. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I don't think he can toy with you though, because you all know what you're getting. You just don't know when you're going to get it. So yeah, it could be he does half of it tonight, half of it tomorrow, because there is a lot of info that we've got to pass over to him, and I'm not even sure Chris has started running the sim, or whether he's he's busy. Yeah, I don't know if I've got the sim waiting for me to have a look at, so I could pass the info over. So we shall see. But yeah, as usual, the website should be updated in the next half hour to an hour, and then all of the new news will obviously get tweeted out first thing tomorrow morning, along with the referees for both the first round of games and the second round of games. So that's that. Thanks for those that have joined in and taken some time out of your evening to join in. For those that are watching back, why didn't you join in this evening? It's been a bit weird chatting to myself for the last hour. I hope I haven't bored you all to death with my just going on and on and on. Yeah, it's a bit harder to do this whilst not having someone to make more comments, because I can't make too many comments myself. So yeah, hopefully you've got all the information you need. Good luck in Double Game Week 21. For those that are asking about the second half league, We're still working on it. It's something that obviously isn't built into the Gaffer site. It was built into the site for that we had for ChampMan alone. So yeah, Sean is working on it. You won't need to worry about entering if we get it up in time. It will just suddenly appear as an option. So if you go into the standings tab on the website, you have overall and game week. There'd be a third little tab, like a third sub menu, that will be called second half league or the summer sprint, I think we were going to call it, which obviously goes on until game week 38, which is some point in September. Cool. Uh, Everyone enjoy the rest of your evenings. I'm gonna go and watch the golf and the Formula One, and I shall catch you all later on. Cheers.